Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man, and we're here in Ishgard to talk to Sir Emmerich, and he is right in here. Let's go see what he's got to say. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Roland. What news from Zepheltal? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who stayed behind, Mistress Yistola has been tending to Mistress Alize in your absence. I'm very pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Ah, she's up and taking nourishment.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother, thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelfatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
Seems counterproductive.
And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
Yeah.
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascian's dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
True.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Yeah, new clothes. We didn't get used to the old clothes. All right. Hey, you little snot. To think that the three of us plundered the depths of coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to, I never learned, though I suspect that it was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Well, at least it looks different than his. That's a good thing. Right then, shall we be off? Totero never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studium when the girl of yours crept up behind me in a hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" So be it. Another time, perhaps. To be honest, Roland, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do. Pleasure to have you with us. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more irresolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Erosia. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That's all. Fair enough. Let's depart for the Waking Sands. Then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. Yeah, I'm not about to pretend that I'm some kind of voice actor. I can barely read. There's no way I'm going to pretend to be Alizé and speak with a high-pitched voice and, or any kind of voice, cartoon or other. I'm not that. Not even a thought of that. All right, we're going back. I think I might have, let's see if I do have any Aetheryte tickets for, I got 4 left for Vesper Bay, so we might as well use them. Before we do, though, let me get Emmerich. And then, oh, we don't know that song. And we don't know that song. All right. What are these? Slipstream armor. And torrent attire of aiming. Well, let's see what those are. Okay, that's maiming. That's aiming. Augmented well, shoot. Let's see what that is. Character. There's Dreadwind. Augmented torrent tabard of aiming. What's that look like? Let's try it on. Oh, that's kind of cool. It looks slightly effeminate, but then so does what I'm wearing. All right, well, we'll check that out another time. I don't want to mess with it right now. Waking Sands, right, we were going to use an Aetheryte ticket. That leaves me with 3 more. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I, too, have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou dost observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have 2 objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes, crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day I did receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Marinoth. I think that was Marathor. Ogamoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook. Roland? Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. What does she know? She's smarter than he. If I may, brother. Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Alize. If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor hadn't had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Garen Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. Stare down. Dance off. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. They haven't got a clue. Alright, what's this? Primal Nature, World of Time, and Drop Dead Shiva. These are all dungeons that we could choose to do if we need to. I'm not going to do them right now. There may come a time where I'm required to do them. So we'll keep in mind that they're here. All right, so we're headed to Camp Overlook. Camp Overlook. Let's see. I could probably teleport there, but I think I'll be able to make it. All right, I tell you what. I'm going to take. There's a ferry right here over to Limsa. We'll take that, and then we'll take a ferry from Limsa over to well, let's see. Yeah, let's just take this ferry. I'm trying to save my Aetheryte tickets and stuff because they're kind of valuable. So we'll take the ferry over here to Limsa, and then we'll take the ferry from Fisherman's Guild to there, Aleport. That's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't. It just wouldn't come. We'll be there in this next zone. Not this one, but the next one. There we are over there. Bloden. 7 hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like they're coming to a head, the scions of the 7th Bloody Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ulgamora have got much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make me off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little booger, would you? Oh, we're looking for a kobold. All right, they want us to look for a kobold that's hanging around here. Let's see if we can find him. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know what that might be? Why that might be? Yeah, they think they've been invaded by a spy. A kobold in camp, you say? Yeah, I guess I did. That would appear to corroborate Yonje's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent the Titan summoning, and that means finding any questioning list and questioning this kobold. Or kobold. All right, so let's see if we can find him. You know, it might be easier to find if we're flying. There. Well, he's a little one. He's tiny. Gasp. He's a baby. Well, a child anyway. It said he was a koboldling. That's a child. Aha. Oh, I can't get down there. Hang on, little one. Stay back. Away, far back. I'm not it's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use. They're excitable, these little guys. They're always shaking and, you know, nose twitching and... All right, now where did he go? There he is. Man, he gets around. Please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, talk, just talk. I got... Well, quit running away. All right, I'm about to knock you in the head if you don't stand still. This was a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... Gah! You found me again. What to do? What should I do? I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder this soldier were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah! We've got him! Fine work, scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No. No. I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Alize. Roland, the man who found you, is our friend. And now that you know of our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said that you came to ask for help. Why to us and not to your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one's going to hurt you, all right? Not while we're here, I promise. The patriarch, the patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents, they said they didn't want it, along with many others. But the patriarch, well, he wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents away, and others, and I haven't seen them since. Coke for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I've heard tales of folky fashioned from the bones of beast men, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. I think it's foci, not folky. Foci? Focuses. Trinkets, in other words, like magic trinkets. By the 12. That's sickening. No one listens to Gabu. No matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the patriarch to save his parents. Commander advised Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I didn't seem quite optimistic, but we'll make ready just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated aetherite disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners, 12 have mercy, that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. The beast that mourned at the heart of the mountain. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gaboo. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where the crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by different order. Gaboo wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gaboo will lead you to the first cache. Alright, which way we going here? Oh. That wasn't very far away. There's some crystals. Good job, Gaboo. Quickly. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gaboo. This way. Where are we going? Right here. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother. It's just that. I'm quite certain that crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Korthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Valbrun by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ashians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are these Ashians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never mind about that. As Alize said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gaboo? Yes, of course. Gaboo knows the way. This next one is the last and is very large, very big, very huge, very large. Well, I think we're going inside now. Let's see. No? Here we Okay. Though you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Confound it. What about you, Roland? Any luck? Nothing. But this cannot be. Gaboo saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where and why? Within Olgamora, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It is the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gaboo, we will. Stay calm. We will. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent to prevent this Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Bloden's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. The crystals, Roland, if you would be so kind. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Pray go ahead. As I recall, there is an aetheryte within the Ugumara mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there, and I shall join you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Now we go inside. There we go. All right, there's Alizé. Ah, I take it this is the aetherites we seek, right then? As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Roland. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. I hope we're not in for a big fight. I'm running out of time. Quickly, you dods. Quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summons this day. Overdwellers? Here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Oh, no. Oh, they're dead? Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace. You monster, how could you? Aye, we are but servants of the Lord of Crags, where we are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, Alizé, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, and your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way. Patriarch, renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempt to summon your god and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace. Another peace to abandon the overdwellers' convenience. Oathbreakers. All of you, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this is beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our God drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please, please. Please. Wake up! 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 Did Gaboo do that? Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphino, leave him to me. We must away. Why do we have to leave? We could take that guy. Well, perfect timing. My alarm just went off. So, I'm not quite sure what happens after I talk to him. And since I'm out of time, I think I'll wait right here and where we're safe. And we'll continue this on the next episode. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, ta-ta for now.